The Athletic's Kelly Eco, who covers the Rockets, and he was talking about the Rockets being interested in Malik Beasley, but then also said that the Magic and the Warriors have had early interest in Malik Beasley as well. This is purely a Klay insurance measure, because obviously if Klay, we can talk about how disappointing Klay's season was, but if Klay leaves, then that is a big hole the Warriors need to fill, and they're not going to necessarily have the cap space. That they won't have the cap space to be able to do it. They're going to need a guy that again is on that max $5-6 million, that taxpayer mid-level exception. So Beasley is certainly a player. Obviously signed a 1-year, $2.7 million deal with the Bucks this season. Had a really good year. Lost his starting spot late to Patrick Beverley, yes, but otherwise still averaged 10 points a game. Shot 41.3% from 3-point range. Is probably the most like for like replacement for Klay in terms of that kind of 3-and-D role. Now, like, Klay is still a far superior player to Malik Beasley. Do not get me wrong. That would be a clear downgrade. But in terms of just replacing who Klay is as a player, I think Malik Beasley is the closest thing you could realistically get with the money that the Warriors are going to have available to them. And I think if they do lose Klay, then maybe it's, you look at, potentially, trading for someone in that spot rather than looking at someone in free agency. Because again, Malik Beasley is probably the absolute best you're going to do. And if you're Malik Beasley, I think you'll probably be looking at more money than the Warriors can, probably afford, given he had a really strong season. If Klay remains, I just don't see Beasley having any interest in the Warriors. Or there is a possibility if Klay leaves that Beasley would give up more money. Like if Houston or Orlando offered more money to him, maybe he'd give up a little bit just to go to the Warriors, just because there would be a starting 2-guard spot available that he could potentially have. Like he could start at the 2, which probably isn't overly exciting for Warrior fans, but it's just the reality of it. Like there would be an open spot there, which Pods could obviously take. But again, if they want, a shooter, then I think Malik Beasley is going to be, would be the best of the possible options there for them. And again, so he might give up some money from other teams to go and get a role where he can start and play 25, 30 minutes. If Klay stays, I just don't see, why would Malik Beasley come to the Warriors when he's probably going to get more better? He's going to get better offers out there from a financial standpoint, and the Warriors are probably going to be offering him a 7th or 8th man role and 12 to 18 minutes a night. After the season he just had in Milwaukee, where he averaged nearly 30 minutes a game, you're just not going to put yourself in that situation, I wouldn't have thought. So I'd be highly surprised if Malik Beasley came to the Warriors while Klay stayed. Now, again, if Klay leaves, maybe there's a bit more of a realistic option there.